welcome to the ski.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Today, Kelly is going to reveal how much weight she gained over the 2 weeks you didn't see me. I gained 5 pounds. We had 2 weeks of eating out like you would not believe.
We did. But
I mean,
fun.
It was, but as much as we planned and prepared for how we were going to deal with this, it's like every second somebody was calling, let's go out. It was insane.
It was insane.
It was insane. So
It was fun.
it was fun, but a little too much partying hard got me 5 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
But you're back on track.
Back on track.
That's
So
the beauty.
This past week, tracked. I was such a good girl.
Yep.
I lost 0.4. It wasn't what I expected at the scale, but I figure it'll show up next week.
Yeah, that happens.
So a
to
total
both
of
us.
72.4. So
I, during that fest of 2 weeks, gained, wish I'd lost, gained 4.4. I had a phenomenal week last week.
You did.
And lost 1.6. So very excited about the new year.
Yeah.
So my total is 94.6. So obviously my goal in the month of January, the next couple of weeks, is to get back to my 100. So
Yeah.
that's my goal. I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of had that now I got to lose what I've already gained.
I
And
know.
I was at my 100, so I'm spending time getting back there instead of spending time moving forward. But you know what? That's life.
that's part of. That's sometimes what
That's
happens.
life. That's
It's
part
life.
of the roller coaster we call life.
Yes. Well, and that leads me to our word for the year next year. My word for next year is going to be perseverance. And these things happen. I mean, I can tell you I've probably lost the last 5 pounds that I've lost and gained probably 4 or 5 times.
It's
and
all right.
you guys, there's proof of it on
It's
video.
all right.
But that's okay. Again, persevering,
Keep going.
keep going, because I'm always
Because
moving
clearly,
forward.
if you look at our videos from last year at this time, if you go to our New Year's video last year, you will see.
I've still moved
You
forward.
will see a difference.
I've moved that needle forward, and I'm going to
Yeah.
continue to persevere until I get to goal. So, for me, that's my word
Yeah.
because it seems to speak to because I'm going to get goal this year for sure.
Mine is balance, just so I can find, and not really with Weight Watchers per se, because I think I'm pretty good with my Weight Watchers world. I need to find balance in my regular life and not be so regimented about things, and foist my regimen on other people.
Telling you.
which I know that I can
You
do.
don't know what I suffer. Didn't know.
So I'm going to really work on that, being a little more loosey-goosey about certain things.
Yay! I love loosey goosey.
She's calling me Lucy is what she'll start doing.
I know we're twins and we are so alike in so many ways, but we're so different in so many ways too. It's kind of, if you're friends with us for a million years, they will say, yes, they're alike in a lot of ways, but they're so different. And we are. And that's one of the ways where we're different. Maybe it's because I'm a creative and I
Look at
tend
that
to be.
collarbone.
Oh, look at she's celebrating a non-scale victory.
I need a little arrow here, non-scale victory.
Collarbone.
I felt my ribs the other day when I was sleeping, and I was like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, that's a rib. I was like, okay. I felt my hip bone, too, and I was like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's my hip bone. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Non-scale victory.
Sometimes it's the little things.
So for this episode, we decided we wanted to talk about what we feel are the 5 things.
Well,
that-
no, first let's say what we've learned this year.
Well-
What did you learn this year? I know what I learned.
I guess I would say, I'm trying to remember. I didn't want to look at last year's New Year's episode to see what I said because I want to talk about it as if it were just this year.
Yep.
And I feel like I learned that I know I'm in this forever because I've done this for 3 years and it just feels like a natural part of my life. And it's who I am now.
I've learned that I'm never going back. I don't worry about it. I know a lot of people when they would have that. I think it's kind of in some ways a healthy fear of
It is a fear.
going
I
back
had that.
to gaining weight, going back
Sure.
to they have a couple bad weeks, and you the ones you panic sometimes about.
I would panic.
You're
but
like, oh my god, this is a slippery slope. I'm going to go back. I never
Not-
have that
not
worry.
now.
If I gain a couple weeks in a row, like clearly Christmas, I am never afraid that
No.
that means I'm going
Not now.
back to my old ways. I never worry about that. I know I'm getting back on that is never even a consideration.
Yeah, because
that is a big thing to learn. And
It
I
is.
finally, after 3 years, have come to that place, and it's very exciting.
It's
and I
taken
find
time.
that a non-scale victory.
It is a non-scale victory. It really is.
It's a big one.
So let's go to our topic,
Okay.
which is the 5 things that we feel have made us very successful.
Mm-hmm.
What we feel, I mean, I feel very successful on Weight Watchers.
I do
It's
too.
taken a long time, but we're turtles and we embrace it. So
We do.
if you are have thyroid issues and you struggle to lose weight, you can lose weight on Weight Watchers. It's going to take you longer, and if you accept that up front, actually,
Yes.
some people, don't have thyroid issues and they're turtles.
Yeah,
and sometimes
true.
it
Our
takes,
leader is she's a turtle. She says
sometimes
she's a
it
turtle.
takes time.
She said she lost
Roll
her weight,
with it.
weight slow as well.
You're doing this forever anyway. Sooner you accept it, you're doing this forever, the better.
The better. That was what I said at our meeting yesterday. What's the basically advice for new people? As soon as you accept that this what's happening here is for life, the better off you'll be.
Oh yeah. No magic bullet.
None.
So, numero uno for both of us.
Yeah.
Meetings.
Mm-hmm.
We love our meetings.
Love.
It for us, we have a lot of outside support.
We
would
do.
you say?
And home support.
Yes.
I both have friends. Our friends are really supportive. Our
Yes.
work colleagues are very supportive. We're very, very lucky.
Right. But, we get extra support at a meeting. People who truly understand.
Different kind of support
Where-
than you get from people who love you or people who
Yeah.
are your friends.
These people truly
Different.
understand the journey you're on because they're on the same journey.
Because some of the people that your family and friends don't, some of those
kinda
people
get it.
don't understand if they've not been through it. They don't get it.
No. And if you don't go to meetings and you don't have this, if you're doing online and you feel like you don't have home support or
Yes.
support of friends and family, a meeting might be an option because you're going to get that.
You are. And I highly recommend if you really feel like you're not getting what you need as far as support, because support's a motivator.
It
It is
is.
a big, big motivator.
It's
if
not
you're
easy to
not
be a
getting
cheerleader.
that, go to a meeting and get it.
We'll be your cheerleaders too.
Yes.
We want to cheer you on.
We do. So every day you track, here Kim going, woot!
Yeah, every day you
Every
track Kim's
day
like,
you
good
track.
going, good going.
I mean, just
Yeah.
even if you just hear me in your head saying, woohoo!
Or you're saying, did you track today?
Did you track
Did
today?
you track today?
Did you track today?
And that goes to number 2, which I'm going to let you take.
Tracking. That is
Number
I
2.
think it is the one thing that will make you successful. It really is. I mean, can you track and have a good week and not lose what you expect? Absolutely. We've all been
That
there.
happened to me this
That happened
week.
to her.
It did.
Heck, I've tracked and thought I've had a phenomenal week and stayed the same. I mean,
But don't let that derail you. It'll show up.
That's, keep going. I mean, it will come up.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you want to lose on Weight Watchers, if you want to lose this week, you'll track.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is it. That saying should be on
Well,
a T-shirt.
you'll track being honest and you'll stay within your
Oh,
points.
obviously,
I mean, you
honesty's
can track your
assumed.
food and be going off the rails and still tracking your food,
yeah.
which I still highly recommend.
But typically, people who track aren't people who are going off the rails.
I would agree with that.
Let's be honest.
Typically,
Did I track when I was going off the rails for those 2 weeks? Heck no. Honesty
you
here.
had a mini vacay.
I had a mini vacay, and it was lovely, but it's over. Do you know what I'm saying? You just kind of know, yeah, it's over. I had fun. We've moved on. It's over.
Yeah.
We're moving on. It's a new week. It's a new
Yeah.
year. We're moving on.
So, number 3 is, and I'm gonna
big
say
P.
the big P, planning. Planning is
Big.
huge.
Big. Because if you don't plan, you ain't got nothing to track.
You have to be prepared. And what I will say is we use outside sources too.
We do.
We give food ideas. Sometimes we'll share products that we come across, and sometimes we'll do meal episodes. But the reality is there are other people out there offering support
Yes.
who share their meals and the points of those meals. And I'm going to let Kim share the one on Connect, and I'll share the one on Instagram.
What I do a lot of times, if I was bored actually recently, like week before last with my lunches, I was just bored. And I wanted something last week for lunch. It was just a little different. So I went to Brandy on Connect. She's Brandy 6310 if you're searching members, and you'll find her. She's like over 20,000 followers. And she does because she's really faithful about sharing her foods. She's at Lifetime, which is great. She did it without she maintains her weight without hardcore exercise. And I think that's the beauty of her. A lot of people who, do it mostly with food, work this plan with mostly food. She is somebody you want to follow because she really shows how to do it and how to do it really well.
And she really
And she shares
things up.
great food ideas, great lunches, breakfast, dinner. She's snacks even. She's really great about it. And one that I saw that I was like, oh my God, I haven't had this forever. I'm so excited.
Especially
it was my
winter.
lunch last week.
And this is a great winter one. We both
It
did
is.
this. It was Campbell's soup.
She did a different soup, but the one she did, I couldn't find, so I did this one. It was the same points.
Yeah, the whole can?
The whole can. 5. And it's the 25% less sodium. The other one I think is 6, so make sure you take your scanner in.
Yeah. And then the Nature's Own, or like this
Any
is
2-point bread that's 2 points for 2 slices. That's what
2.2
I did.
slices.
And the magic thing that you need at home, what I did to pack it for lunch, I sprayed each piece of bread and put the butter sprayed sides together and put them in my sandwich container with the ever lovely
Zero.
fat-free Kraft single, which is a fave, which is 0 point for
0.
1. And I put that, and if you like it really cheesy, you could do 2 and count the point.
Yeah.
Put those in your sandwich container on top, and then assemble your sandwich at work. Stick it in the toaster oven.
We have a toaster oven at work. And that's nice that we have a toaster oven at work. It makes it easy.
Hey, I bought mine and took mine to work. So if you guys don't have one at work, maybe they'll allow you to do that.
And then,
It's a wonderful tool.
as an added bonus, you got 32 goldfish for 2 points. So that is a total of
9 points for lunch.
9 points for lunch.
You can take this out and maybe do this later in the
I
day
did
for
this
a
later
snack.
for my snack.
However
I
you
snacked
want
on
to
it.
do it. If you want to do more, if you have more, you usually do more for lunch. You could do 55 of these. I think it's 4.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yes.
So it was a lovely
It was
lunch.
lovely.
I absolutely enjoyed it. It was different.
Right.
It was different. I was so sick of what I was doing.
And also, let me share some dinners that we found.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Trader
share my
Joe
Instagram
visits. Trader
source.
Joe visits.
Trader Joe visits. Trader Joe's is great. I found this black bean and corn enchilada frozen meal.
They look very. There's 2 in there.
Yes,
they
there's
look
2
big.
enchiladas.
And the weight on this is pretty
Yeah,
good.
this is for me. It's an 8-point dinner. I would
Yes.
eat this for dinner as 8 points.
And I would add maybe some fat-free sour cream to
Yeah.
it.
Now, if we could split this, and
We
each,
could.
it would be 4 points for each of us,
And
then
add maybe some
refried beans,
yes,
or we could,
Mexican rice. You can get that.
Right.
Count it.
Yeah.
Add that to just do a Mexican dinner. Maybe add some onions and green peppers. Some of the Trader Joe's also has the frozen roasted peppers and onions. You can maybe roast some of that up.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, and we both love Mexican. Clearly, I mean, if you follow us, you've seen that. We're ridiculous. This is another Mexican one.
Of course,
it's a black bean and cheese taquitos, and I love taquitos. They're just the rolled
They're big,
black
too.
bean and cheese. They're very nice size. They are for 4 of them. They're 9 points, or for 2, they're 5. And we would do the same thing. I might eat like 2 of these or 3 of these, and like maybe black refried beans
or
fat-free
Mexican
refried
rice,
beans.
one or the other.
But it's just something I love, and I could take this for lunch too.
You
I
could.
could do 2 of these for lunch with a little cup of half a cup of refried beans. So that would be something that I would love because it's Mexican.
We haven't tried them yet because we found them Friday night.
We just found them.
So yeah, so
So,
we haven't had a chance
but-
to try them yet, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, I want to give you my Instagram source that
Yes.
I follow, and that she gives great meals. Not only she cooks, she does takeout. She does some prepared stuff. I really love the things that she shares. It's rachels.healthy.home_WW. So let me spell Rachel. RACHELS.healthy.home HOME_WW.
And if once you
She's
find
great.
her on Instagram, and if you don't go to meetings, you're not really even a Weight Watchers member, you just kind of are losing weight, go onto Instagram even, and just if you search Weight Watchers meals,
Follow Weight Watchers. They great. They give
hashtag
great.
Weight Watchers meals. You'll find tons of food ideas,
recipes.
healthy food ideas, recipes, points. You'll find, you could set yourself up on your own Weight Watchers, own Weight Watchers plan.
Although I highly recommend Weight Watchers.
I do, but not everybody has the resources to do that.
It's
Not
true.
everybody lives where you can even go to a meeting.
Yes,
Not everybody
it's
has
true.
access to a computer because they may live in a
Absolutely.
spot where they don't get the best connection.
Right.
But you just don't know everybody's circumstance.
Right.
So you can still do it by just learning to eat healthy, and there's lots of resources out there.
Yeah, and that's
For
take
ideas.
advantage of that. We do.
Yeah,
we do
for
totally.
sure.
Because
I frankly,
follow
I
Rachel.
wander around the store sometimes and I'm like, is there nothing new out?
I do. I follow Weight Watchers and Rachel on Instagram, and I'll go through, and all of a sudden I go, oh, and I'll
was
snap
good.
a picture of a meal she had.
Oh, my
and
phone is
we'll try
full
it.
of pictures of people's ideas.
I just actually snapped something of hers that I haven't tried, and
Yeah.
it was a wrap. And let me look and share it here, and I'll it'll
that's
give
a
you
great
an
idea.
example. Let me show it to you. It'll give you an example.
You know, we're gonna have an episode where we pull, like, actually have you print out some of these pictures of some of the meals we've seen other people share.
She shows a wrap and chips, and she basically shares, it's a hummus wrap.
Okay.
A tortilla wrap with hummus and feta and spinach and tomato, red pepper, cucumbers.
You're going so fast.
I know I'm not going to necessarily give that to you. I'd like to
But if you
encourage
go to her,
but
you
this is
can
the
find
kind
that.
of thing she'll share. So please go follow her. I mean, even if that's the only reason you sign up for an Instagram account is to get resources for food, do it.
Us crazy people go to follow the standard poodles. We miss
We're
our
weird.
standard poodle.
But I highly recommend that, because there are sources out there that's, you know, our thing is to come here and talk about our journey and to talk about why we love Weight Watchers and to encourage and motivate, because that's what we really want to do. We want everyone to be successful. But there are other people out there, they're out there, they're doing the same thing, but they're really sharing food. That's a big part of what they do. I'm sharing the meals with you.
I think Instagram has out there Skinny Taste, all of those
Emily
Bites, all of them have Instagram accounts
They do.
with ideas,
Yeah.
pictures of food, suggestions.
Yum.
A lot of Weight Watchers members have Instagram, where we do YouTube, they do Instagram.
Right, because we don't do I don't do an Instagram.
No,
weight
we
loss
do a
account.
Pinterest, which we like the Pinterest.
Yes.
Because sometimes I just got to go share. It's one of those things you can just hop on and for a day and go, oh, cool stuff. And then if you don't go on for a while, it's fine.
Yeah.
Instagram's one of those things it's kind of really, because I don't do Facebook. I can't handle Facebook anymore. I had to stop with Facebook. It was too overwhelming to me that it needed to go.
But Instagram is a great way to share meals and a great way. I mean, there are people even that are on there that just sharing motivation, but I love the meals. I love going on there and
even
seeing
if
what
you just
people are
create
eating.
an account just for like food people, and don't even go to people you know or people
Right.
maybe it has nothing to do with your own personal life, but more it's
Your
just
resources.
It's a resource Instagram account. That would be phenomenal.
You can on Instagram also get an app called Repost, and if you see meals that you like, you can repost them to your Instagram account.
Other people
and
who follow you can see it.
And it can be your way to go to your, I reposted this because I wanted to try that meal.
And that way it's in your account.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It's just, don't forget to really look out there. Have fun with it. I find that fun. I love looking at the meals she puts together, because I'm like, I got to try that.
Or even if a fast food meal, I'm like, oh, I never thought if I ever went to a restaurant,
yeah.
that's what I could get. And I thought, oh, that looks great. If I'm ever in a place where I'm like, oh, I need a quick lunch, that I could go there.
Yeah, because we keep our cards, and we know certain meals we eat at certain
I'll be
fast
pulling
food
out my
places.
cards, because I have to obviously have a new lunch to add to my cards. Those index cards, if you haven't watched all of our videos, I keep index cards of meals, of just, I can go through and go, oh, I haven't had that in a while. That's something I know the points.
Right. So let's go to number 4, and I'll let that be you.
Number 4 is moving.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I mean, let me say, I'm a fan of the moving, not a fan of the exercise. I'm not somebody who's going to the gym. I'm just not.
I don't like to move.
I wish I liked going to the gym. I envy people who get addicted to it and who love it. I envy them that.
Yeah.
I just don't.
We like to ride bikes. We like to go to the zoo,
Clean
to
my
walk.
house.
Yeah,
we cleaning house is my cardio.
Yeah, we like to move, but we're just not I just don't like going to the gym. Really, I guess I get bored.
I've admitted this about myself. I always have hope that one day I'll turn a corner and I'll just love it.
It could happen.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm 50. I feel like at this point I've kind of know this about myself. So,
Yeah.
So,
Walk
but
your
that
dog.
that being said,
Yeah.
this is doable.
Yeah.
Without that. You
Yeah.
don't have to be cardio sister 3 or 4 times a week. You don't have to be. You can.
Oh yeah.
And that's phenomenal, but no one can use, oh, I don't like exercise as an excuse not to lose weight.
No.
Because it isn't.
But I will say, we move a lot.
We do move a lot.
We are movers.
Moving's not an issue for me.
No.
It's the actual formal cardio. I don't do
I would
that.
say we spend a lot of time, like in the spring and summer,
Sure.
on a bike or doing a 5K.
zoo, we do stuff like that.
That's,
we're. But
moving.
I'm not at the gym 3 days a week.
No.
I never will be.
No.
I've accepted this about myself.
And then number 5, have fun.
Yes.
Have fun with this journey. There's no
It has
reason
been
not
fun.
to really just. The planning is fun.
Well,
I mean,
you're
think about
the
it.
planning's fun
for you because you have somebody who really helps you plan.
I do,
You
but
just
I
kind of
love
get my ideas.
I love looking at like
Oh, I do too.
the Instagram and getting ideas and going, I want to
I
add
do too.
feta to this. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
add feta to this sandwich that I eat.
Yeah.
I love looking at that, and I think it's exciting. 'cause-
Somehow I'm the one who gets stuck shopping.
well, that's okay. You're off on Mondays. So I'll snap a picture and say, we got to try this. And, celebrate, don't you think? Celebrate every non-scale victory.
Yes.
Everything that is changing
Yeah.
in your journey. Every little epiphany you have about
The
yourself.
first time you
recognize
feel
it.
your collarbone.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there's a dent there. Yay.
First time you feel your ribs if you're laying a certain, the first time you feel a hip bone. Celebrate those.
Yeah.
Those are big deals.
They
really,
are.
truly are. Every pound is a celebration, but don't kick yourself when you gain. If you don't kick yourself, the more you beat yourself up when you gain weight,
The longer this will take.
the more you go, well, I might as well just
Give
I
up.
just might as well let it go and give more. No, don't do that.
Nope.
Just tell yourself, I don't want to feel like this next week, so I'm going to have a great week.
Yep.
And move forward.
I don't beat myself up on gains. I mean, I'm never thrilled to gain.
Heck
I mean,
no.
nobody's ever thrilled to have
No.
a gain. You go,
let it
I
go.
know,
Move
you
forward.
got. The thing is, by the time you leave the meeting or leave your scale, leave the bathroom if you're weighing it at home, let it go.
Let it go.
If you let it go and decide, it's gonna be better. I'm
gonna have a great week.
Better today, even if it's just better today. You're going to do yourself a favor.
You are.
You're going to do yourself a favor by letting it go.
The fun factor makes a big difference. I think that has kept us
I do
motivated
too.
for 3 years. Is shaking it up, finding ways to have fun.
And finding ways to make it new if you can find new foods and because you do get in ruts. Everybody gets in ruts for periods of time. Find ways to shake some things up and try new things.
Well,
and-
different motivations. Like what motivated me
Yeah.
my first year might not be motivating me now.
But here's the thing. Like, I find motivation, obviously, at our meetings because we get new members every year.
That's
new
great.
groups of people come in, and you're like, you see people who have, like somebody who, we have one of our members who just hit 75 yesterday. It's the holidays, and she hit her 75 pounds.
and she inspires me.
yeah,
She
knowing
totally
that
inspires
somebody,
me.
Somebody who has come in, somebody who's not been there, she's not been there as long as I have. I think she's not even been there a full year. I don't
Yeah.
think it's even been a full year. She's lost 75 pounds, and that is so phenomenal.
It is.
It is so exciting to see.
And I'm seeing her change. Physically, I see her change. That is so
It
crazy.
really is so
It's
exciting.
so crazy.
I love seeing people make their milestones because it means it's doable. Every time somebody else makes a milestone, it just reaffirms that what you're doing is so doable and that you have those milestones too.
Well,
your goal is
reaffirms-
to have milestones too. Your goal
Yeah.
is to hit your 5-pound sticker. Get that 5-pound sticker.
But it reaffirms
Get
that
the
this
big ones.
program
Works. It
If
really
you
does.
Work it, it works. It
does.
just reminds you of. There's a reason
Yes.
Weight Watchers is number one.
There is.
There really is.
It truly.
There's I can't say enough, and we didn't put it on our list as
Yeah.
Weight Watchers, but meetings, I would say that makes me say Weight Watchers.
Oh,
but the
yeah.
program as a whole
yeah.
is why I'm where I'm at today.
Yes.
Because it is a great
don't
program.
think I would have done it any other way. Honestly,
No.
there's no other plan I would have ever considered.
No, because
But
this is real life.
But here's the thing: everyone's free to lose their weight however they need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that was my only option. I know I've mentioned this in the video before. My doctor many years ago, about 4, 5, 6 years ago maybe, she had talked to me about gastric bypass, and I said. We were just having a conversation at one of my appointments, and she'd had patients who were successful. And I looked at her, I said, one, I wouldn't be a candidate. I wouldn't. I have no high blood pressure. I have nothing medically,
Right.
fortunately, that would put me in that category to even be a candidate. And it's just not something I wanted to do. I had decided that if I was going to lose it, it was going to be on my own. It was going to be we were going to be with Weight Watchers, and she was a candidate. She'd done Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
Now, everyone has to do it however they have to do it. If you have to, a lot of people have a lot of medical problems where gastric bypass is an excellent tool for them. That's something everyone needs to discuss with their family physician. So, but for me, Weight Watchers was it.
Yeah.
I always knew if I was ever losing my weight, it was with Weight Watchers.
Yep. And we're proof.
We're proof that it works.
It does work.
And everybody's got to go their own way.
Yeah.
You got to do what works best. Even if it's just a healthy lifestyle for you, you've adopted a new healthy way of eating as weight loss. That's phenomenal.
Yep. So hopefully, I know next week,
Yeah.
we will see you lighter later.
We will.
Bye.
Bye.